Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for 17 News at Noon. I'm Nicole Gitsky. We'll begin with a shooting that injures one and leads deputies to an illegal gambling operation. At around 2 o'clock this morning, the Kern County Sheriff's Office received reports of a shooting at a marijuana dispensary on River Boulevard near Bernard Street. Deputies say they found a man with gunshot wounds inside the dispensary. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to live. KCSO says while investigating, deputies found an illegal internet casino in the dispensary. Their deputies seized 6 gaming machines related to the operation. KCSO says there was a homicide in the exact same location in July. Now, they say they're not sure if the incidents are related. If you have any information on the shooting, call KCSO at 861-3110. And police are investigating a shooting overnight. According to Bakersfield Police, it happened around 10 o'clock last night at the New Day Smoke Shop on the corner of 34th and O Streets. Crime tape and police investigating the scene. Now, BPD says a man ended up at the hospital with gunshot wounds. He is in stable condition. Police say they have not released any suspect information at this time. And a man is dead after a motorcycle crash in Weldon. According to California Highway Patrol, the 41-year-old Diether Joseph Berek Zayak was heading westbound on State Route 178 west of Vista Grande Drive and traveling at a high rate of speed on a motorcycle. CHP says Zayak attempted to pass a car crossing over the double solid yellow lines and lost control. Deputies say the motorcycle overturned and Zayak was ejected from the motorcycle. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. CHP says Zayak was not wearing a DOT-approved helmet at the time. According to deputies, it is unclear if he was under the influence at the time. Well, scientists in Hong Kong claim to have the first evidence of someone being reinfected with the virus that causes COVID-19. Now, tests revealed that a 33-year-old man returning to Hong Kong from Spain this month had a different strain of the coronavirus than he had months before. Now, that word from a microbiologist who studied the man's case at the University of Hong Kong. The man had mild symptoms for the first time and none the second time. His recent infection was detected through screening and testing at the Hong Kong airport. A scientific paper on his case has been accepted by a medical journal but not yet published. Now, some independent experts urge caution until full results are available, whether COVID-19 provides immunity to new infections and for how long are key questions for researchers. They have implications for vaccine development and decisions about returning to work, school, and social activities. Well, now to the latest on the coronavirus here in Kern County. Kern Public Health reports 11 new deaths today, bringing our total to 251 people who have lost their life since the pandemic began. Public Health also reports 286 new COVID-19 cases. More than 28,000 people have tested positive in Kern. Over 16,000 are recovering at home, and 221 people are in the hospital. Well, a mobile testing site is coming to KGET. This Friday, a federal mobile test site will be held. Now, this is a free self-swab test opportunity. You're asked to register in advance, but walk-ups are welcome day of. Now, the site will be open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Compassion Corner, right outside of our studio. Now, for more information, head to our website, kget.com. Now, the need for plasma donations continues to grow in Kern County. Houchin Community Blood Bank says more than 365 people have donated, but according to Kern Public Health, more than 9,000 people have recovered from the virus. The blood bank is still offering COVID survivors a $50 gift card as an incentive to donate. Now, for more information, call 616-2575 or visit their website at hcbb.com. Well, happening later today, local protesters are calling to save the USPS. Our Revolution Kern County is holding a demonstration at 4:30 this afternoon at the post office at Stockdale Highway and California Avenue. Now, this comes after days of testimony from Louis DeJoy, the CEO of the U.S. Postal Service, regarding cuts he made to the service. Democrats say the cuts compromise vote by mail in the upcoming election. The House has voted on a $25 billion bill to fund the USPS. the CZU Lightning Complex fire has destroyed more than 200 homes and buildings. The fire now stands at more than 78,000 acres and 17% containment. Firefighters were able to make progress on the fire yesterday thanks to rain. Well, here at home, we are seeing dry conditions once again, and the smoke has lightened up just a bit, but we are still seeing it today. Let's send things back over to Kevin now.
Yeah, we're definitely still going to see the smoke around. It has thinned out a little bit, so that's always good news for us. 89 degrees, no winds, our visibility at 5. Now, remember this time of year when we have a clear day and no smoke, visibility usually is about 10 miles out at the airport. We've got 84 in Delano, 88 in Wasco, 70s and 80s into the mountains right now, 88 in Tehachapi, 91 Lake Isabel. The hot spot, no surprise, is Ridgecrest. They're already at 102. Clouds cover along the coastal areas. We did see a few thunderstorms into central Nevada overnight. A lot of that moisture is shifting just to the east of us, so not expecting any activity here in Kern County. But the air quality alert is still in place not only for us, but areas to the north of us as well because of the air quality associated with that smoke. Now today, daytime highs 95 in Sacramento, 99 in Fresno, 70s, lower 80s down in Los Angeles, San Diego, where we really find the heat. No surprise this time of year, 110 in Vegas, and Phoenix will be right near 111. Air quality alert until Thursday for us. Smoke is thinning out, but will still hang around. And then temperatures hold near 100 degrees here the next 7 days, so that's good news. And then no rain, any type of thunderstorm activity in the near future for us here. Take a look at the national weather. We are tracking something big. Hurricane Laura, Category 1 storm right now. It is going to make its way into the Gulf Coast, continue to move on in. And then by Thursday, we're looking at this storm to make its way onto landfall near Galveston, Texas, and into the border of Louisiana. It looks like it'll be a Category 3 offshore and then a Category 1 making its way onshore. It's going to be real close. It is a storm that we are going to continue to watch. Air quality today improving a little bit. Unhealthy for sensitive groups. Your AQI right at 142 and today near 100. Bakersfield putting 101 out there. 99 in McFarland, 98 in Taft for the mountains in the Kern River Valley. Today, 88 in Frazier Park, 91 in Tehachapi for the Kern River Valley near 100. 99 Lake Isabel. And then out in the desert, no surprise, we find the heat. Ridgecrest 106, 100 in Mojave. Here's your extended forecast. We'll be right near 100 the next 7 days. I'm going to keep that haze around as well. And then for the mountains, we'll look for a breeze to pick up Friday through about next Monday, 80s, lower 90s. And then for the Kern River Valley, near 100 overnight into the 70s. That's a look at your forecast. Nicole, back over to you.
Buildings continue to burn and smolder in Kenosha, Wisconsin after another night of demonstrations over the police shooting of Jacob Blake. Smoke still hung in the air this morning as fire crews remained working to douse the flames and put out hot spots. Multiple buildings were on fire late Monday night, the second of protests sparked by the shooting Sunday. Now, Blake was shot in the back several times by officers. He remains hospitalized. A few people returned to the scene facing off with officers and each other against the backdrop of smoldering rubble in the streets and rising smoke from the tops of buildings. Fire officials say they are assessing the damage and investigating those fires. And Jacob Blake is now paralyzed. Blake's father, who was also named Jacob Blake, told the Chicago Sun-Times his son is paralyzed from the waist down after being shot 8 times on Sunday. Blake says he spoke to his son earlier that day as Jacob was gearing up for his son's 8th birthday. But later that evening, the elder Blake said he got word of his son's shooting. Minutes later, he saw the now viral video. The elder Blake, who was traveling from Charlotte, North Carolina to Kenosha to see his son, also told the Chicago Sun-Times that doctors are not sure if the paralysis is permanent. In our 17 Business Watch, McDonald's is introducing 2 new menu items, Spicy Chicken McNuggets and the Chips Ahoy McFlurry, as it tries to lure customers back during the pandemic. Spicy Chicken McNuggets is the first new McNugget flavor in the U.S. since they first hit the menu in 1983. The spicy version has a breaded tempura coating of cayenne and chili peppers, and they come with the company's first new dipping sauce in 3 years, Mighty Hot Sauce. Now, the sauce includes a blend of crushed red peppers, spicy chilies, and garlic. As for Chips Ahoy McFlurry, it includes vanilla soft serve ice cream, Chips Ahoy cookie pieces, and caramel topping. Now, both items will hit U.S. restaurants on September 16th and will be available for a limited time.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
The The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to KGET.com.